So the greetings, I'm Julian Alvarez and I'm about to discuss the main class. So in this simulation, we begin by creating a robots assembly line, a class responsible for constructing advanced robot. Using that using this assembly line, we build a new robot named Aegis Prime with a unique ID of AP001. This process is encapsulated in the build robot method using returns a fully constructed robot object ready for activation. It's like placing an order at a high-tech factory and instantly receiving a custom-built machine. And once Aegis Prime is built, we run a series of tests to verify its functionality. We start by powering it up using the power up method, initiating its core system. Then we check its movement capabilities with the move method, ensuring it can navigate the environment. And finally, the combat method is called to test its battle protocols. These steps simulate how robot might be deployed in real-world tasks, combining object-oriented programming with the futuristic concepts. And that's all. Thank you.
I am Arle Joseph Ordonez and I will be explaining the robot class and the robot assembly class. In this robot class serves as a blueprint or template for creating robot objects. It defines common attributes and behaviors that all robots should have. There are functions that a robot object can perform. Assemble, power up, combat, move. In the public void assemble, this method builds the robot by attaching its components like head, torso, and legs. It takes the object of the head, torso, and other classes as input and assigns them to the robot's corresponding instance variables. For the public power-up, simulates the robot's power-up sequence. It calls methods on the robot's components like head activate or torso activate to activate them. This implies that the head, torso, and other classes have their own activate methods. For the combat method, it simulates the robot engaging in a combat. It calls the methods in arms that punch or weapon that attack to perform combat action. This implies that the arms and weapon classes have punch and attack methods. For the method move, it simulates the robot moving. It calls the legs that move method to initiate movement. This implies that legs has a move method. And for the robot assembly class, this class has one main purpose, to create and assemble robots in a standardized way. It encapsulates the process of constructing a robot from its constituent parts. This method builds and returns a fully assembled robot project. It creates the instances of the robot's components, head, torso, arms and legs, and weapon. It hardcodes specific properties for each part. For example, red and thermal for head, quantum reactor for the torso, 95 for arms, and 85 for legs. Plasma cannon and 120 for the weapon. This means every robot built by this method will have the same parts. Then it creates a new robot object using the provided name and model number, and then it calls the assemble method of the robot object passing in the created parts. This method, which we saw in the previous code, attaches the parts of the robot. After it runs, it returns the fully assembled robot.
Hello, Dangal greetings. For the head class, this class represents the robot head. It has two main properties. Eye color tell eye color and sensor type. For the eye color, tell us what color the robot eyes are, and for the sensor type, tell us what kind of sensors the head uses, like infrared or thermal. So when we create a new head object, we pass in values for eye color and sensor type through B constructor. And for the methods, we have two methods. First is activate and scan area. For the for the activate, it shows the that the head is now working, displaying it its eye, color, and sensor. For the scan area, simulates the head scanning the environment using its sensors. My name is Escares Kurt Ronelby. Next presentory.
The greetings, my name is Kurt Andre C. Pastera, and I will be explaining the arms class. The arms class controls the robot's arms and how strong they are. It has a variable called strength level, which tells us how powerful the arms will be. When we create the arms, we give them a strength like 95. There are two actions in this class. Public void activate, which turns on the arms and shows their strength, and public void punch, which makes the robot punch using that strength. Okay. Next po.
My name is Luigi Gatindig, and I will discuss the leg class. This leg this legs class represent a component that encapsulate the functionality of robot legs, possibly possibly in robotics control system. Here's some discussion of its design and behavior. Mobility levels. In an integer that likely denotes how capable the legs are terms of speed, flexibility, or turn adaptability. Methods. Activate. Simulates the activation of the legs. Moves. Ties the concept of movements to the mobility level, suggesting that different mobility levels might result different movement behavior in fuller implementation. Next presenter.
So, Dangal greetings. My name is JB Michael Iritwal. So, I'll discuss the class torso. The torso class is one of the core components of the robot and is responsible for storing and managing the robot's power source, which can be something like a quantum reactor. It has a constructor that sets the type of power source during object creation, and an activate method that simulates turning on the torso and distributing power to all other robot parts such as the head, arms, legs, and weapon. In the program, the torso is always activated first during the robot's power up sequence, showing its role as the energy hub that enables that robot to function properly. Without the torso, the robot wouldn't be able to activate or perform any of its tasks, making it a crucial part of the robot's internal system.
Greetings everyone, and my name is Mark Daniel Isolorico, and this is the class of weapon. The weapon class represents the robot built-in weapons, such as plasma cannon, and contains two private fields. Weapon type, which stores the kind of weapon, and power level, which stores how powerful the weapon is an integer. It includes a constructor weapon, string weapon type int power level to initialize these values when the object is created, along with the activate method that prints a message indicating the weapon system is online, and an attack method that simulates an attack by displaying the weapon use and its power level. And that's all. Thank you.
That's all. Thank you so much for listening.